Can a nude photograph ever be completely neutral? Photography is often associated with objectivity. The camera records what stands in front of it. The shutter opens. The image is captured. The moment is preserved. Because of this process, many people assume that photographs simply show reality as it is. But photographers have long known that things are not quite so simple. Every photograph involves choices: what to include, what to exclude, where to stand, when to press the shutter, how to use light, how to frame the subject. These decisions influence how viewers understand an image. And nowhere is this more apparent than in nude photography. This raises an intriguing question. Can a nude photograph ever be completely neutral? At first, neutrality seems possible. Imagine a photographer attempting to document the human body without judgment. No dramatic lighting, no symbolic elements, no emotional narrative, just a straightforward representation of a person. Would that image be neutral? Perhaps, but perhaps not. The challenge is that viewers rarely approach photographs without interpretation. The moment a photograph is seen, meaning begins to emerge. One viewer may see beauty. Another may see vulnerability. Another may focus on anatomy. Another may think about culture, identity, gender, or history. The photograph itself remains unchanged. Yet the meanings attached to it vary dramatically. This suggests that neutrality is not determined solely by the photographer. The viewer plays a role as well. Photography exists within a larger cultural environment. No image enters a vacuum. Every society has ideas about the body. Ideas about modesty, beauty, privacy, sexuality, art. These ideas influence how images are perceived. A nude photograph viewed in a museum may be interpreted differently from the same image viewed online. The context changes, and with it, the meaning. Even the history of art complicates the idea of neutrality. For centuries, artists have used the human body to communicate ideas far beyond physical appearance. The body has symbolized strength, vulnerability, fertility, mortality, spirituality, identity, and countless other concepts. As a result, viewers often expect meaning when they encounter nude imagery. The body rarely appears as a purely neutral subject. It carries cultural and emotional significance whether the artist intends it or not. The photographer's own perspective also influences the image. Every creative decision reflects a point of view. A choice of lighting can create a feeling of drama. A particular pose can suggest confidence or contemplation. A close crop may create intimacy. A wide composition may create distance. Even an attempt to avoid artistic influence becomes a creative decision in itself. The search for neutrality often reveals how difficult neutrality truly is. This does not mean photographers should stop striving for honesty or fairness. Those goals remain valuable, but honesty is not the same as neutrality. A photograph can be respectful without being neutral, thoughtful without being neutral, authentic without being neutral. In fact, some of the most meaningful works of photography openly acknowledge their perspective rather than pretending it does not exist. The digital age has made these questions even more relevant. Images are now viewed by audiences with vastly different backgrounds and experiences. A photograph that appears straightforward to one person may feel deeply symbolic to another. Interpretation becomes increasingly diverse. The possibility of a single, universally neutral image becomes harder to imagine. Perhaps the most useful conclusion is that neutrality is less important than awareness. Photographers benefit from understanding the choices they make. Viewers benefit from recognizing the assumptions they bring. Both participate in the creation of meaning. Because photographs are not simply objects. They are encounters. Encounters between artist and subject. Subject and viewer. Image and culture. So can a nude photograph ever be completely neutral? Perhaps not. Perhaps the human body carries too much history, symbolism, and emotional significance for complete neutrality to exist. But that may not be a weakness. It may be part of what makes nude photography such a fascinating form of artistic expression. The image may never be neutral, yet it can still be honest, respectful, thoughtful, and capable of encouraging meaningful conversations about how we see ourselves and one another.